How to never get angry or bothered by anyone. Now, what do you think it is? Do you think that it is, for example, taking that energy out and punching the wall, or you're punching back? Do you think that it is going for a fast run? Yeah, of course, sure. Many of those things could actually work since we are young masculine men on self improvement. But there's actually a way better way that, if applied correctly to your day to day life, will make sure that you destroy that anger, convert it into something positive, and that positive will bring you more positive things into your life until eventually, if you just discipline your mind hard enough for this one simple mindset shift, you will be able to materialize anything that you desire to manifest in your life, whether that would be a new financial goal, whether that would be some kind of a person who you want to meet, whether that would be your dream physique. It can be truly anything. I know that it can work. And although I haven't been quite successful in it, when it comes to the materialization aspect, I've already mastered it to the point where, yeah, I just don't feel angry or bothered by anyone anymore. In fact, no one can derail me from my good mood. It just doesn't happen anymore. And yeah, I can already feel the effects having basically happening on a way smaller scale, but they are still there and they are still rewarding me. And I completely understood this in summer of 2024 when me and my family were on a car ride into like our local village, and we were having a nice ice cream, nice delicious one. The sun was shining, we were laughing because we were sitting there, and yeah, it was just a wonderful time. And then one of the friends of my dad, he saw us literally right across the village. He literally sniped us with his sniper vision from like 500 meters away. And immediately he called on to my dad and he came to greet us. And he invited us to come to this like local dessert shop. So we went there, my parents had some coffee, and yeah, we just started chatting. And then eventually, bro asked me the trivial question. Oh boy. So what do you plan to do after middle school? Do you want to go to high school? Now this guy, he really knows what he's talking about because he has two children that have graduated from high school and from universities respectively in our countries, and now they're making a decent salary, but they don't have financial, location, and time freedom. So yeah, and I don't know how, but somehow, yeah, this was still me in summer of 2024. I was basically thinking to myself that, oh yeah, he's an entrepreneur, so he may be under so he may understand if I tell him that, yeah, sure, I will still go to high school. I will have it as a backup option, but I will have this online business that will, you know, be like my primary source of income. And like, yeah, I thought to myself that, oh yeah, of course he will understand. I mean, like, he's a he's a top tier entrepreneur in like our in like our local area. Like, so many people look up to him. So of course there's nothing gonna bad happen, of course. And immediately, bro started dissing me, left, right, and center, bro. He literally started saying stuff like, "The fuck you mean? Every single person who has a double digit IQ can start an online business. Do you really think that you can get successful in it? Nah, 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 nah. The thing that you need is the education system. None of this online business bullshit. Do you know how many people have failed? All of these things." And I was just hearing his lecture for like the next 10 minutes or so. It was just him shitting on online businesses. And bro, I know that he's just a parent, of course, and he was just saying it to get me to emotionally react and to, to say that he's right, like his children have been doing it. But yeah, so I just heard out his lecture. Of course, it still made me, perplexed and confused because I mean, I was like, dude, aren't you like one of the top tier entrepreneurs in our local area? Like, you're supposed to already know the beauty of online businesses and how they can literally skyrocket your income. Did you literally do zero research about them? How far behind are you? But of course, Those are not the things that I actually told him in the end. But yeah, after that whole entire lecture was finally over, I just said that, oh yeah, yeah, you're right. I'm just gonna stick to university. And then he was like, yeah, good. And that was it. That was the end of the conversation. Bro didn't respect me a single bit. Then he also started to talk about my driving lessons, and the only thing that he wanted to talk about with me was school and the education system. And I was like, okay, bro. Now, of course, he's a great guy, and he loves me like his own son. Don't get me wrong. He only wants the best for me, and this is the mindset shift that you must make also. Whenever someone criticizes you, or whenever someone tries to make you mad, you need to remember that the end goal that you're working towards, the identity that you hold about yourself, the emotionally charged beliefs that your goals will get achieved, and not if they get achieved. When they come, they will come. It is just a matter of time before they actually materialize in your life. They actually materialize and you can feel yourself already having it, then God and the universe will test you if you are worthy of having all of these things, if you're worthy of the money, of the woman, of the friends, of being financially, locationally, and timely free, if you're worthy of all of these things. And guess what? It will use all of these kinds of people to try to derail you. But here's the trick. There's nothing objectively good or bad in the universe, but there's also nothing objectively cold or objectively warm in the universe. Think about it. They are just one energy. The only difference is the rate of vibration. Think about it. We judge what is cold and what is hot based on our internal temperature that we have as human beings, which is like 36 degrees Celsius. I don't know how much that is in Fahrenheit, sorry, Americans, but you understand what I'm trying to say. Anything that is like 10 degrees Celsius is cold to us, but anything that is like 60 degrees Celsius is warm to us. But if our internal body temperature was like 5 degrees Celsius, which I know is impossible, but bear with me, then 10 degrees Celsius would be warm to us, right? And so you need to remember that whenever someone criticizes you, it is God letting you know that you're on the right path. It is God giving you the right guidance. It is like literally Him winking on you and saying, good job, you're going to get it. You will get it. Just stick through for a little bit longer, please. Or you don't need to view it like that. So, like for example, let's say that you want to succeed in online businesses. Let's say that you're doing an affiliate marketing business, for example. Then let's say that on the quote unquote temperature, you know, the the range. Let's say that on the cold side, which is like minus 200 and whatever degrees Celsius, basically like the real zero. It is like sticking with the education system. And then on like the polar opposite, which is like 200 degrees Celsius, I don't know. I'm just giving random numbers. It is like complete and utter success with the education system. You're somewhere in the 50 degrees Celsius mark, which is like kind of getting there, but you're still held back by the education system because you still need to make your first dollar online. That's what that's basically where you are right now. But you also need to remember that there are people who are basically far behind you. There are people who will genuinely not be able to handle the pressure of having an online business, so their only option for success is sticking with the education system. So they are still at like minus 175 degrees Celsius. That is like their internal body temperature. That's what they find as success. And yeah, I know that you don't find success like getting a good grade in your exams, for example, but to some people that can literally make their entire week. So you must remember that they are just trying to help you after all. He wasn't yelling at me because he actually was trying to destroy my dreams. He was yelling at me because he genuinely believes that going into high school and university is the correct path to having any kind of success in life. He was saying it out of pure love. because he likes my dad, and so he likes me also, since I literally look like him. If you took us side by side, you will be able to tell. So of course he only wanted the best for me, right? That's just fatherly instinct. So of course he was helping me, but on a different rate of vibration. And this is what you must remember also. And even if it's something not constructive and completely destructive in your eyes, like for example, someone is just yelling at you that you're a dumbass, you must remember that it is still a compliment but on a different rate of vibration. Because I don't know. Let's say that uh, like in math, for example, let's say that the correct answer to an equation was like 200, and for example, you gave an answer of like 197, and then that person, like the quote unquote dumbass of the class, gave an answer of like 50, and then another even bigger dumbass gave an answer of like 25. Guess what? The dumbass who gave an answer of 50 still views it as a success because he didn't, put in the answer of 25. He's still successful, but you still look at him like a failure. Like a failure, bro. And even when someone calls you a dumbass, that still means that they're giving you a compliment, but on a different rate of vibration. They are saying that you're smart. But in the moment, yeah, you kind of failed, you achieved a result that wasn't on your rate of vibration, but you're still there. You still have the rate of vibration of being successful. So that's what you must do. You must view everything, every single situation from the point of view of your desired self. Because your desired self, the best possible version of yourself that you can become in this life, doesn't have time to overthink about any of this bullshit. He only views everything as as a total success, because everything is a total success. Even the days where he makes only $100 per day, he still views it as a massive success, because he knows that if he internalizes that inner feeling of having a life as something fun, something that gives him joy each and every single day, then the universe will perpetuate that feeling because it will penetrate his subconscious mind. And then he'll be able to stay in that feeling forever. And he will continue making 10K per month and more than that until he dies because he has internalized that feeling of not being angered or bothered by anyone because he views everything as a grace and a blessing from God. He views everything as a sign of success. He views everything as a correct guiding stone that is guiding him to his desired reality. Because think about it. The worst thing would be if nothing happened. If if he genuinely ignored me whilst we were talking about the online businesses. Imagine if he just said something like, "Oh yeah, that's cool," and he didn't give me any kind of answer. That would be fucking sad, bro. Honestly, like if he didn't care a single bit about me, that would fucking hurt, honestly. And you really need to work on yourself if you get an answer like that. I'm just saying that out of pure love, because you still get something, you still receive something, and that is a sign that you're actually getting there. That is a sign that everything is working out perfectly, and that in due time you will eventually get there. Okay? So just resist and persist and stay disciplined, brother. That's everything that you need, genuinely. And have some stoicism, indeed. And don't just take this from me. I am a person who has helped countless amounts of people in the past achieve their desired reality, become more disciplined, get a stronger willpower, resiliency, productivity, stoicism, and all of these things. And guess what? They haven't even seen my Timeless Leaders Mindsets yet, which is a collection of 24 unbreakable mindsets that, if applied to your day to day life, will guarantee you success in any kind of life situation, in any kind of goal, with any kind of person. And so, go grab it. There's a discount happening over there right now, so while it's still active, go and snipe it. And with that being said, thank you very much for watching this video, and remember, no one is better at being you